there are various number of levels of cousins and families and brothers and sisters here. And we are all here because one individual has touched us in a very deep way. And he'd be really pissed if I cried right now. So, to my cousin, my friend, to Doug.
To Doug.
I first want to say it's unbelievable the amount of support, friends, family, everything with my father. It's crazy how many people we touched, including myself. But just the first thing, I couldn't get through all this without all you. People that couldn't make it, I got so much reach from everybody. But you know, my dad was an incredible person. And I know I might be a little biased, but in all seriousness, he was an incredible person. Had a lot of great attributes. But the one thing that sticks out to me is that he liked to make people smile. Anybody that's ever had any conversation with him know that he likes to joke, sometimes at inappropriate moments, but he always tried to make people smile and live life to the fullest. But you know, growing up, it wasn't, you know, we didn't always see eye to eye on everything. A lot of changes in our life, but he always instilled the core values of honesty, respect, and one thing that he always would tell me was, don't be a burden. Now, it might seem a little harsh, but I know what he meant. Basically, he wanted to see me and my brother Dylan become men, adult, have our own car, have our own job, live our own life. You know, he wanted that, however path we chose. And so, you know, to this day, those core values are still with me. But the last thing I want to say is the last day I was with him, which was last Saturday. It was an incredible day. It started out, we were helping his buddy Doug move, with also buddy Jeff back there. And normally moving is frankly a pain in the ass, but this time was it was funny. Of course, we always joked. We had a great time. But after that, thanks to my lovely grandmother, she gave us 2 Kings Island tickets to P&G Day. So we got to ride all the rides, whatnot. Unbelievable time. After that, went to Sonder Brewery, got some dinner, and it was incredible. And then when I got home, where I live at in Hamilton, they had a Pink Floyd tribute band, out of all things, which is one of my dad's favorite bands. Unfortunately, he couldn't be there, but I know he'd have loved it. But basically, what I'm trying to get at with all this is when I got home that night, admittedly very late, but when I laid down, I just reminisced of you know, how good of a day that actually was. And I know that he was thinking the same thing. But in conclusion, basically what I'm trying to say with all this is that it's hard enough that, you know, I lost my father. It's tough, but I also lost my best friend as well. So I appreciate everybody being here, and thank you for the support.
Cheers.
Cheers.
My granddaughter, Zoe, raise your hand, plays saxophone. She's in the marching band at UC. They dug out Doug's saxophone, and he was in the halftime ceremony yesterday. So that was a very meaningful day for us as a family, because we could feel his presence being there. So he was a blast. Our family had a good time. We did not waste any time at all. So he will be missed, but it's going to take a while to wrap that around, because as everybody knows, it was so sudden you don't have time to do that. But Zoe, you got the floor.
Continue on with that. With that saxophone, so I started my musical passion probably when I was in 7th grade, so give or take 8 or 9 years ago. And I was like, well, what instrument will I play? And Mom gave a few ideas, and I thought, yeah, I want to play saxophone. Saxophone, you know, woodwind instruments, different from brass, et cetera, and Uncle Doug gave me that saxophone. It was my very first instrument I picked up and I learned. It was from when he was in the Navy in the 70s, and I'm very blessed that he gave me that new opportunity and blossomed my musical career, because I played it in middle school, in high school, college now in marching band. I did marching band in high school, and I did it in college, and even previous years when I was younger with my siblings. And Debbie, I do bless you very gratefully that you gave us just a welcoming home every summer when we go swimming with my family and my brothers and anyone who invited. But yeah, when I heard the very tragic news, I was like, I need to do something, just because Doug was a huge part of my life with my musical career. So I asked my mom, hey, I know we still have that saxophone, it has to be somewhere. We play at this Big 12 game, which is awesome, and it's a blessing in itself, because we debuted our new marching band uniforms yesterday, and it was the first Big 12 game that UC went into, and I just knew Doug wanted to be there. And he wasn't there physically, but I definitely felt him in that saxophone. I brought my other saxophone just in case. I was like, I don't know if this saxophone's gonna play, because I haven't touched it in years, and it's really old, nothing wrong with it, I just don't know if it's gonna play. And I played a few notes on it, tuned it up a little bit, and it was probably the best time, or the best sounding time I sounded, pretty much. And so I brought that on the field, and I definitely heard Doug playing with me, kind of, and I felt him everywhere on that field, and I'm just extremely honored to have that opportunity to play in a musical sense and bring him on, and I'm just very blessed that he filled my heart, impacted my heart in just a musical sense. So, I mean, God bless, and Doug will forever be loved in my heart and everyone here, so thank you.
You're awesome.
Happy birthday.